We're down to the wire, counting down to the total solar eclipse.
News 4's Kelsey Anderson tries to answer some of the questions you may have about the event that's now less than 2 weeks out. She talked with people who witnessed an eclipse before, including one man who has seen 8.
Meet Matt, Veronica, Tim Broadbent, and David Barron. Western New York natives Veronica and Broadbent witnessed the 2017 eclipse in other states. Barron is an eclipse chaser, also known as an umbraphile, who's seen 8 total solar eclipses in his lifetime. All 3 explain what to expect on April 8th. Let's start with what to bring. Eclipse glasses are a must, along with loved ones.
I would say bring along people you really care about. You come to understand just how tiny we are in this vast universe, and that has a tendency to really bring people together.
Traffic is bad beforehand, but worse afterward.
When you leave, it's like, you know, when you're at Darien Lake and the band plays their encore and everyone's like, all right, time to go.
At the end of it, everyone wants to get in their cars and go home at the same time.
What happened to your surroundings?
Streetlights got triggered from it. Animals stopped, like birds that were chirping became silent.
When it took place, everybody got really quiet, and with the number of people there, it was pretty fascinating to see just to have that many thousands of people, just have it be as quiet as like a pin could drop. It was wild.
I have to estimate the temperature probably dropped about 15 degrees because it went from like actively sweating to like, oh, this is very pleasant.
And then there was definitely noise and clapping and crying and those kinds of things as it moved out of the eclipse.
How did you feel?
I had a ton of fun just geeking out on the science of it beforehand. I think the more you dig into it before you watch it, the more exciting it is when you actually see it happen.
A total solar eclipse is, to my mind, the closest thing to space travel that you can experience without leaving the surface of the Earth. It's like all of a sudden, you are transported to another planet.
Kind of have that feeling of like, wow, we're so small and dwarfed, and puts a lot of things in perspective.
I don't know anyone who isn't awed by a total eclipse. Not everyone's going to become an eclipse chaser, but I don't know anyone who finds it disappointing.
Lastly, all of them say if you're just outside the path of totality, make sure to drive to an area where it will go completely dark. A partial doesn't compare to a total solar eclipse. In Buffalo, Kelsey Anderson, News 4.